We just defeated Hushmal, the Bringer of Order, yet another Esper, and now let's see where he's located on the license board. Well, I know that he's obviously not going to give Shikari, well, anything for Vaan, because I already have Bone Crusher. Bone Crusher's not even worth it anyway. And, yeah, not Vaan. Vaan gets absolutely nothing out of you. Knight gets... Oh... I think Balthier only has one Esper already. Exodus, so... I actually wanted to give Balthier access to Bravery and Faith, just so he could buff people. Yeah, so that's definitely tempting. That was on Knight, but what about Mechanist? Okay, you don't give Mechanist anything, but Bravery and Faith on Knight is pretty good. Barsh already has regen on Knight. And you get Steel, which Fran already starts with, so doubly useless for Fran, regardless of what jobs you give her, and wow, yep. Sorry, Fran, but I'm not going to be giving you Hushmal like I did in my first playthrough, because you get nothing from that at all. And yeah, Barsh gets the same things, but does Ulan get anything good? Bone Crusher. Not great. Ash gets nothing from White Mage, and a bomb for Black Mage. And now Time Battle Mage. What do you get? Channeling. I mean, admittedly that's not bad, but I would definitely rather have Bravery and Faith on an extra person. Because those are good statuses, and I think we can get them in the Necroll of Nabudis, which I do plan to be going to quite soon. He can also get Confused, which makes his Charm technique kind of worthless, but also Curaja. So Balthier can now heal decently well. Finally, we get a kind of a vindication for Balthier being a tutorial on using techniques and starting with one of the worst techniques in the game, First Aid. I don't know, First Aid might be useful in some circumstances, but I've always found First Aid pretty terrible. Balthier is actually kind of lacking in, decent accessories. Access to Hermes Sandals is always a good thing. And now that you have access to more magics, you might need an extra Gambit slot. Okay, Vaan. I think that I really need to be getting more... The Black Howl and Black Garv give speed too. I just said it like Black Garv. And the Black Mask. And the Black Robes actually combo quite well with Shikari, because the Yagyu Darkblade is dark damage, and the Black Robes boost dark damage. And Magic Law increases the damage of Katana, so I may as well take that. And yeah, getting close to going through this stuff, and then also the Genji Arm, which is great, but you get most of that out of the Ancient Man of Mystery, which I think I'll be saving until post-game. Definitely getting that swiftness. Sagittarius. That is, I'm pretty sure, the best bow in the game. I think Rubber Suit makes you immune to electricity. Now we can get Renewing Morion. And Brave Suit and Dueling Mask. And I think the Brave Suit gives you automatic Bravery, which is pretty good, but not great for Ash, who's not using physical attacks for most of the time. Barsh is actually seriously running out of stuff that I want to give him. I guess I can future-proof him for the Genji armor. Oh, that thing. Yeah, that's the sword that you, yeah. You need loot from a lot of optional super bosses to get that, so by the time you actually have it, it's really not the most useful thing in the world. What's this? Oh, I guess Bastion hath telekinesis. And Ash already has, like, basically all the black magic. Staff of the Magi. I forget exactly where you get that, or if that's ever in a guaranteed chest or not. Berserker braces. Well, I guess the magic gloves are just an effect that she already has, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's an effect she already has, but Berserker braces on Ash would be funny. Although, you know what, like, technically speaking, even though she does have the best magic stat in the game, so it would be a bit of a waste to not make her a magic user, but I'd like to see somebody do a physical build on Ash in this game. That's another thing about the Zodiac job system. You can actually do some pretty unique things with the party in this game. Like, if you want to make, you know, Pinello a full-on physical brawler, you can. And, like, while party members do have some, you know, stats they are better in, it's only a very slight increase compared to everyone else, and you can really just make anyone anything you want. So yeah, and you could have like a black mage Barsh if you really wanted. There's kind of one thing that I will save, although I should probably save this for like a tangent for another day, but I would really like to see more like big guy black mages. The closest I've seen to that is Malik in Tales of Graces. I'd also like to see sort of a big guy who's a pure white mage. It feels like that's a bit of kind of a clash, but I don't know. It could work. Because on that note, tomboy white mages are also relatively rare. Usually if there's a white mage, it's either the more traditionally feminine girl or a non-macho male character.
The din of the mist grows greater.
The Suncrest must be near.
I wonder if she'll really do it. Take revenge against the Empire. I mean, I know how she must feel. It's hard, losing someone you care about.
Something we all got in common.
But you know, no matter how hard we try, we can't change the past. There's nothing that can bring them back. Still, sometimes when I close my eyes, I can see them so clearly.
Illusions of the past. You think to have cast them off, only to find them years later, unwearying, unrelenting. The past can bind a man as surely as irons. Cut the true path. But will she?
It is interesting how everyone is just, despite being worried about what Ash might do, they're still leaving it ultimately up to her. In many other, you know, more traditional power of friendship kinds of parties, like a Persona party, the others would probably be staging an intervention about now. But it seems like here, everyone is content to just let Ash make the choice for herself. They're just hoping that she makes the one that they want her to make. Also, there was a song that was playing when we first got to the Pharos, and it also plays at the entrance to Giruvegan. That song is actually Ash's theme, and if you listen to it, it definitely has a bit of a dark sound to it, like not what you'd really expect from a character like her at first, which really sums up a lot of her journey. This tower, wrought by hands undying, both capitalized this time, heaven-bound path. You who master power, wisdom, mist, not courage because we are not Zelda. The tower's secrets are for you, and you alone. Claim them. To heaven's last height you now ascend. Chosen, know now the reason of your choosing. Yep, this waystone is going to take us to the very top of the Pharos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 saves in the Pharos alone, wow. Oh, wait a minute, I just realized something. So, these mini-bosses that we fought up the tower are actually considered elite marks and not bosses, and there's a reason for that, but we'll find that out in the post-game. But they're based on the celestial animals. Pandemonium is Gembu, a black tortoise. Slit, the blue worm, is Seiryu. And this one is Byakko, a white tiger. So we're only missing the vermilion bird, Suzaku, and that one is in the Pharos, but it's in an optional area. Whoa, I guess this is my first close-up shot of the Ultima Blade. That looks really cool. And here we go.
So this is the Suncrest.
King Wraithwall stood here. With this sword, he cut the Suncrest and took its power in his hand.
But you're going to use the sword to destroy the Suncrest. Aren't you, Ash?
Don't interrupt me, Vaughn. You want revenge? You would have me use the stone? You would have me destroy the Empire? Is this my duty? Is this what you want? I cannot.
Why do you hesitate? Take what is yours. The Christ is a blade. It was meant for you. Wield it. Avenge your father. Yes, it was I who wore Bashi's face, who cut down the life of Dalmasca. Lady Ash, your father's murderer is here.
You and Rex!
I slew your king. I slew your country. Do these deeds not demand vengeance? Yes, good. Find your wrath. Take up your sword. Fight, and serve those who died before you.
A Judge Magister there was. 2 years passed. He took in his hand the Midlight Shard, stolen from Nabradia, and used it not knowing what he did. And Nabudis was blown away. Sid ordered this of him, to learn the Nethicite's true power. That man swore never to let such terrible power be used again. He forsook his Judasus plate and his name.
Judge Sect.
It's been too long, Gabranth. Reach out your hand, Lady Ash. But remember, that which you must grasp is something beyond revenge, something greater than despair. Something beyond our reach. Try as we might, Gabranth, history's chains bind us too tightly.
No, we cannot escape the past. This man is living proof. What is your past, daughter of Dalmasca? Did you not swear revenge? Do the dead not demand it?
Wrestler, my prince, our time was short. Yet I know this. You are not the kind to take base revenge! The Wrestler I knew is gone.
You are our saint, Tashalia Benagan. You must use the Nethicite. You must be the one to straighten history's weave.
I am no false saint for you to use. In all Dalmasca's long history, not once did we rely on the Dusk Shard. Our people resolved never to use it, though their need might be dire. That was the Dalmasca I wanted back. To use the stone now would be to betray that. I will destroy the Suncrest. I will discard the stone.
You claim only of power? What of your broken kingdom's shame? The dead demand justice!
You're wrong. What would change? I can't help my brother now. My brother's gone. He's dead.
Even with power, we cannot change what is past. What is done, is done.
Yet without power, what future can you claim? What good a kingdom you cannot defend?
Then I will defend Queen and Kingdom both.
Ha! Defend? You? You who failed Landis and Dalmasca. What can shame hope to keep safe? Your shield is shattered. Your oaths poison those you would protect.
Yep, here we go. This has been a long time coming, and this is why I have Barsh in my main party, and that's because we're going to be fighting this guy. That was actually a really great scene. I love that whole scene. Just makes me wish, like, we got to see more story from this game, because what little story there is very good. So this guy might be immune to oil. I actually have Bolfir set to oil people for Fran to, okay, oil actually works on him. That's good to know. In fact, now that he's been oiled, I can switch over to Wormfire Shot. Because that should actually get the boost. Yeah, that's doing like 7,000.
Hear me, Bosh. Do not think killing the Kingslayer will win you back your honor. When you abandoned home and kin, your name was forever stained with blood.
Aye. This stain is mine to bear, but I will bear it willingly, knowing that I did all that I could for hope.
Preen and strut as you like. In the end, we are the same. Bloodthirsting carrion birds. Hellbent on revenge.
Immune to magic now. Well, there goes possibly bringing Fran in to use Ardor, but yeah. It looks like he lost oil too. Like, the fight totally reset after that cutscene. It's a nice moment between the two of them. I honestly feel like Gabranth is seriously psychological projecting on Barsh hard. Okay, yeah, he's immune to oil because oil's now considered magic, so let's take that off of Bolfir's gambits for the moment. But Gabranth honestly is projecting a lot of that feeling of failing his country onto Barsh. It's at least what I think.
So you, too, would leave your debts unpaid.
Enough of this! I can bear no more.
You disappoint me, Gabranth.
What?
He trusted you. When you bared steel against the princess, you forswore your obligations to your emperor. You shame yourself and make mockery of Lord Lass's trust. You are unfit to serve him as sword or shield, and so I release you from that service. Your presence is neither required nor welcome. Gabranth!
You are only a tool of this Venar.
How quaint. We are allies. The Ocuria give men power as a master feeds his dog. It is meant to tame us. How well you've resisted their wile. By turning your back on their stones, you give us free hand to write our own history.
And at what price? Dalmasca's freedom for your Nethicite? I shall not suffer you to have it. The Suncrest be damned!
Oh, be sure that it is! For what other purpose do you think you've brought us here? But, my lady, I would have you stay your Acurian sword. The Suncrest is glutted with mist, and so precious a thing must not be squandered. Let us use the stone! Finish this for now! Shards of Nethicite, cocoon of the Suncrest, spill forth your mist upon this evil east. Let's see its sky be awash in it, that Bahamut may come and drink his fill. And lo, how brightly burned their lanthorn! Casts it back the shadow of Acurian design, testament that man's history shall be his alone!
You made your Nethicite for this. You mimic the Acurian stone for what? To become a god yourself?
On whose shoulders better to stand than those of the would-be gods? Ah, such high hopes I once had, but you ran and they with you. Alas, the hour of your return is late. Come, family, revel in the glory of my triumph!
And, well, more like revel in the glory of his ham. Also, we are switching up to Balthier right now, and they're attacking with Holy. Does that mean he's weak to that? That would be interesting. But somebody needs to... You know what? I'm actually going to have Balthier do the honors of using a Dispel Mote to get rid of his dad's buffs here. Yeah, that ham was something. But it's actually... It's honestly pretty great. Like, seriously, it does kind of run in the family. Balthier is very theatrical, and, yes, his father is, very much the Shakespearean ham at the same time. Okay, he's...
Behold the manufactured Nethicite, the fruit of our power and knowledge. See what the stone of man is capable of. Witness its power with your own eyes. Sanfrid, to me!
No, he's not doing the Gatling gun. He's doing the other thing. So, I absolutely love this. Yeah. Famfrit and Esper. This is in fact the last of the required story Esper fights. And it happens during another boss fight. That's just so cool. I love how this guy actually summons an Esper on you. Famfrit is the Esper of water, and Famfrit is known as the Darkening Cloud. Although he might not seem to be a reference to any previous Final Fantasy character, or rather antagonist, the title "The Darkening Cloud" would remind you of the Cloud of Darkness from Final Fantasy III. So that's actually what Famfrit is based off of. Now, I think you have to beat Famfrit in order to beat Dr. Sid, although I'm not 100% sure on that, but I guess we'll see. Let's again go for a Dispel because somebody... Yeah, let's get rid of your buffs even though you aren't exactly, Oh, wait, no, I can't Dispel you because you've got the magic paling up. I think right now everybody should be focusing on Famfrit. Yeah, Briny Cannonade. If you can't really see it, Famfrit has this giant water jug that it uses as a cannon. Yeah, in fact, I think I actually need to be modifying Gambits a little bit. I need people to go for party leader's target. Lightning vulnerable. Yeah, I would rather go for... Although I think Famfrit is weak to Fire Ash, should be using Fire Arga on Famfrit. If I swap these around... And And I'll put Redus on party leader's target as well, because I want to focus down Famfrit. It's not really much use going after Sid at the moment, because he has that magic shield up. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to put party leader's target attack on top of, everything else. Now, the question is Famfrit vulnerable to oil? Probably not, but I can at least try. Oh, hey, oil is, an area attack. Oil missed Famfrit. It didn't say immune, it said miss. And on that note, somebody please dispel Famfrit's shell. Okay, we've got Curaga going. Okay, that's that dispel click. That's gone. Now, can I get oil to stick? It missed again. Okay. Will that thing work? Oh, you can't even use the Indigo Pendant. This is a weird time to be doing licenses. Can I get that now? Oh no, I don't have enough LP for it. That's really unfortunate. I don't know if oil even works, but it would be kind of cool if it did. Because Famfrit is weak to... I don't want to take Balthier out of the party, but at the same time... Wait, does Ash have oil? Yeah, Ash can use oil. So I could actually put that indigo thing on Ash. Except she can't even use it either. Of course. I'm putting Ash in because this is kind of really her fight, but at the same time, Fran is the only one... I guess it makes sense she's contributing to this battle too, but she's the only one I have who can use this indigo pendant right now. And I mean, this might all be for nothing, but let's just try something. Fran, let's see if you can actually oil Famfrit. Yes, oil works on Famfrit. Okay then. So now I'm gonna target the oiled Famfrit with Wormfire Shot, while Fran is gonna not Black Magic, it's actually an Arcane, hit Famfrit, who is oiled with Ardor. Or is Famfrit already down? Yeah, Famfrit's already down. Well, that was, a bit... No, Famfrit's not down! Famfrit's using his super move. Wow, that was dumb of me. And a whole bunch of us just got silenced, including Fran in the middle of her casting. Yeah, no, Famfrit was nowhere near down. Why did I think Famfrit was down? That was dumb. Redus is KO'd, and he's my main revive user, which is not good. At the moment, Barsh is not really, like, contributing all that much, so I'm going to go ahead and have him res Redus, and let's just get rid of his silent status on Fran, because I really want her to be using Ardor. Fran, stop trying to dispel. I know that your gambits say to do that, but Sid is currently immune to everything magical. Okay, getting that Ardor in quite quickly. Oh great, now he's using Shell. 35,000! For a single, like, actual spell, like, not even an Esper attack. Not even Ash has done that much damage so far. Yeah, on things that are actually vulnerable to oil, I mean, admittedly, this guy's got an elemental weakness to fire, so, I mean... Ardor is particularly, effective. We're stacking a lot of boosts, to damage there. You're down. For some reason, Barsh went down too. Okay, good, but we're targeting different people with our resurrections there. Okay, does Sid still have his magic shield up? I didn't see anything saying his magic shield had faded. Oh, no, his paling's gone. Oh, and he had a physical paling as well. Yeah, that makes sense. You have to beat Famfrit before you can finish him off. However, I get a distinct feeling that Sid is not going to last much longer because, I mean, I could try and, hang on a minute. He still has shell and stuff. I mean, it's probably not worth it to even try for crazy damage against him because he's going to shoot a Gatling gun at us. Yeah, he has a new super move, by the way. How painful is that going to be? Not as much as I thought. Okay, I'm dispelling. Dispel is off. Like, again, he's probably going to go down pretty quickly, but just for fun, I want to see what happens if I do this. We're going to take him down long before this can go. Oh, actually, wait, no, Fran's animation is going. Like, Fran she got that in after oil connected, which means, yep, over 10,000. I think Balthier may have finished it too. And yes, indeed, we actually stole his Esper from him. And Famfrit's a level 3 Esper, the only required level 3 Esper in the main story.
Let him by, Fenar. It is done. How I have enjoyed these 6 years.
The pleasure was all mine.
Was there no other way? Spend your pity elsewhere. If you are so set on running, hadn't you best be off, fool of a pirate?
Fran? Fran!
The mist burns to bursting. It beats. The cocoon. The Suncrist bursts. You must run as far as you can.
Easy, Fran.
Hadn't you best be off? That's what a sky pirate does. You fly, don't you?
I suppose you'd better hang on then.
Ash! The sword! We have to stop it!
You must quit this place. It's reacting. I've not seen its like before. Nay, never this large. Never such threat impendent. For Nabudis.
Redis! Redis, no!
I, Judge Magister, condemn you to oblivion!
Still one of my favorite lines from this whole game. All these years after having played it for the first time, and that line, still remember every moment of that line.
brothers.
Yeah, great boss fight, great scenes. I just absolutely that part of the game, every bit as amazing as I remember it from my first playthrough. And yeah, parts of the Pharos might drag on a bit long, but that is totally worth it. That whole scene is maybe one of my favorite sequences of boss fights and story cutscenes in any RPG I've played. All of that is just so great, and yeah, it's been heavily implied, but that vision of Rustler was, in fact, the Akuria all along. And I like how you can see the parallels between Varn and Ash there. They don't go into that as much, except for that one scene in Jahara before, but he lost Rex too, and they both have to grapple with feelings of wanting revenge. So, next time we'll see what the implications of everything that went on there was and what's going to be next for the story. However, I think we're going to go and finally do the Nebreus Deadlands and the Necrol of Nabudis in the next few parts. Because, as we found out, Redas was, in fact, he used to be a judge, and he was the judge who destroyed Nabudis. So I think it's only fitting we honor his sacrifice by taking care of his unfinished business and finally cleansing that place. So I'll see you all for that next time.